In this tutorial, we will be finding the volume of a cone. By the end of this video, you will be able to find the volume of a cone if you are given the height, the radius, or the diameter. You'll need to be able to do these 4 things in order to be successful with this lesson. Choose the right formula for a cone, substitute the values into the correct variables, determine the radius if you are given a diameter, and then solve the equation for your unknown variable. For today, we're always going to be solving for volume. And since in the volume formula, the letter V is always isolated, then there won't be much manipulating of this equation, since all of the math will be here on the right-hand side, and we can simply compute it from left to right. So let's take a look at our figure here. We have a cone, has a circular base, and the base has a radius of 14, and the entire cone has a height of 13. So we're going to take these values and we're going to substitute them in for the correct variables. So I'm going to remove the letter R, and I'm going to remove the letter H, and replace them with their appropriate values. Now I'm going to go straight to my calculator here, and I'm going to type this entire sentence at one time. Right? So for those of you using the TI-30X2S, you have a little button that says A, B fraction C, so you can use that. That's a fraction button. I'll try and show you something similar here on my calculator. I know it's not exactly the same, but it's similar. So for you, you would press 1, and then you would press the ABC button, and then you would press a 3, right, to get that fraction 1/3. So for me, I actually have a fraction button here, alpha, y equals. Choice number 1 gives me my numerator denominator. So I'm going to type 1 in the numerator and 3 in the denominator, and then I'm going to press my right arrow to get out of the fraction. Then I'm going to press times pi. Then I'm going to press times 14 squared. And then I'm going to press times 13. See, that's the entire expression, all at one time. Press enter, and I'll get my final answer here. 2,668.259. So I'm going to round that to the nearest tenth, which would be 0.3. I believe the units were meters, so we will put meters cubed. All right, so let me back up. Let's pretend you don't have a fraction button on your calculator. Well, you could simply use these parentheses here if you do have that. I'm going to type parentheses 1 divided by 3, close the parentheses, times pi times 14 squared times 13, right? So even if you don't have a fraction button, you can use the division bar to show the 1/3. Okay, let's take a look at another question. Find the volume of this cone, but you'll notice in this cone, we are not given a radius. So the volume is going to be equal to 1/3 times pi times the radius squared times the height. Well, the height is 26 millimeters, but the radius is only halfway across, so half of 24 is 12. Again, pick up my calculator and start typing. 1 divided by 3 times pi times 12 squared times 26. So I already know what 12 squared is, so I'm taking a little shortcut there. So the volume is equal to 3,920.7 if rounded to the nearest tenth. Include your millimeters here, and that's it. I know the fraction seems a little bit scary, but once you have your calculator out, it's simple. All right, how about this one? Do you know which numbers to substitute in? So the radius here is going to be half of 18.7, right? That is a diameter. So you pick up your calculator, you type 18.7, and you divide it by 2 because you only want half of it. So our radius is going to be 9.35. So 9.35 is my radius, and don't forget your radius is squared. And our height is 6.8. Turn that calculator back on. 1/3, 1 divided by 3, close the parentheses, times pi, times 9.35 squared, times 6.8. Round to the nearest tenth. Centimeters cubed. All right, let's try a word problem. A funnel is in the shape of a cone. The radius is 2 inches and the height is 4.6 inches. Find the volume of the funnel to the nearest tenth. Have you memorized the formula yet? It's 1/3 pi radius squared times height. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to show you something neat here. I'm going to arrow up twice if you have a calculator like mine. I'm going to press enter. And now I can go back and I can just type over some of this information. So 9.35, I'm going to delete that and turn it into a 2. And then 6.8, I'm going to turn that into 4.6. Not that much faster, but at least I didn't have to type all that 1/3 times pi again. So the volume is 19.3 inches cubed. Okay, I think it's time for you to give it a shot. Pause the video, try these problems on a separate sheet of paper. Okay, are you ready to check your answers? Number 1 is 29.3 feet cubed, and number 2 is 74,220.1 cubic centimeters. Pause the video if you really need to investigate a wrong answer. Now for question number 3, 1055.6, and again question number 4, 34.5. All right. Let's try and find the volume of this combined solid. So I want you to pause this video. I want you to really think about what this composite figure is made up of. What shapes do you see? And how would you combine their volumes? When you're ready, unpause the video and check my solution. Okay, here we go. This shape is made up of 2 cones. So we would need to add cone number 1 to cone number 2. So we're going to find the volume of cone number 1, the volume of cone number 2, and we're going to add them together. If you didn't get that, pause the video now and give it a try. Alright, here's the solution. Cone number 1 has a radius of 6 and a height of 5.5. And cone number 2 also has the same radius of 6 and height of 13. And that concludes the lesson on how to find the volume of a cone.